Oh, okay, okay.
It's Weekend Weaves episode 39, I believe. July. No, it's not
Oh,
July. August 16th, 2023. Alonzo here, my co-host Jason. This week we have no Jujutsu Kaisen. Did we have Jujutsu Kaisen last week? I don't remember. Um, but I
no,
don't. We
I think we
didn't, did
did.
we? No, we didn't. We didn't.
Oh, okay, okay, we did. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Um, but we did have Zom this week. I mean, we did. I think we did have JJK last week. No way we had Zom and JJK
It,
out in the same week.
Zom got pushed back, and then JJK was last week. It's no episode this week though.
Right. And then it comes back the 31st.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay,
in
yeah.
like 2 weeks.
So, yeah. Mappa failed us again. It's okay. So, we're here. We got no JJK, but we.
Bleach,
Are you caught up
Rurouni,
on
Malevolent. Yeah,
Malevolent?
I didn't
Okay.
watch the episode that came out yesterday, but
Is that 7?
um,
Because I watched 7 yesterday. I think that's the one that came out yesterday. Maybe.
did the umbrella jump on the car?
Is that where it left off for you?
Yeah,
Okay, then yeah. 7 is the latest one. I watched that one.
yeah. I didn't watch that
Damn.
one. I didn't watch that
That's
one.
I felt like it got good. Uh,
I
so-
mean, I didn't. It came out yesterday. Remember, I watched it week by week, so I was
okay, yeah.
already. It wasn't like I was binging it and then I was like, oh snap, episode's out. Like it came out yesterday and I didn't get around to watching it. But
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking trudged through that. Okay. So why don't we just start with why don't we start
Bleach.
with Bleach? Yeah. Because that was the hypest for me.
It was yeah. I'll let you explain it and talk about it, and then I'll say what I have to
Okay.
say.
Um
From a non I don't want to say non Bleach fan because I am a fan of Bleach. I like it, but from a non OG fan who's coming to the series this season, really, I have some stuff to say about some of the characters.
okay, let me share my screen here. Um so Bleach. Can you hear that vacuum?
Very faintly,
Okay.
but
Um I should probably go turn it off. But Bleach, I really loved this week. I don't know. I guess this happened with the second in command Quincy talking to Ashita, but I feel like all he really said was like
they absorb him when he
he
dies.
absorbs them. Yeah, he
Yeah,
takes all
and
their
now that you
powers.
took his blood, you will be absorbed when you die. I was like,
Wait, did he say that?
no, but that's kind of what he was insinuating. Like, you can't run away from this now. It's kind of it is what it is. Because remember before, which is weird, because he said that all Quincy's have a connection to Yawitch, regardless. But he, when he announced him as his successor or whatever, right? He made him drink his blood, and then he mentioned that he drank his blood, and now you're like trapped with us, basically. Like when you die, he will absorb you as well, or whatever. At least that's what they insinuated in like the visuals during the episode. Kind of like Yawich is really just using everybody to maintain or to get all his full power back. And I think they
Okay.
were saying like once he like spreaded it out because they can train and then he gets all their experiences or something like that. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it was sounding like. He was basically saying like, yeah, once we all the experiences we gained and how we use our reishi and everything, when we die and we come back to him, he gets all of that experience.
Okay. You know what I'm finding weird is that the manga and the anime are kind of different a little bit, at least in like pace, not pacing, but order of event.
Scene by scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little different. So it says returns to being the father of Quincy's while he sleeps. La 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 la. His Majesty and I are two wings of a scale. I am entrusted with the mask of the ruler. Is that what he's talking about when he? Cause remember he killed the two, like he like popped their heads. It was like a
Yeah.
scale. I don't
And the
know what
skill
that was
showed up.
about.
The one dude blocked it. He was like, yeah, you blocked it, but you're still gonna die, and then he just exploded. I was like, oh well, that sucks. But
Okay, so He graves letters signifying abilities onto their souls. He's able to share an ever deeper, more powerful soul. Okay. It's just weird to me these events are like out of place. Or maybe they won't show them at all in the anime, but I don't see why they wouldn't. But I'm just gonna skip to the part that I actually care about. So Rukia gets there, or she goes away from Renji, and then the fear guy pops up, number F, and he's scarier
Number
than
F.
last time. Number F, letter F. Sorry, guys. Yeah, letter F pops up. I remember you said, didn't you really like him before?
Yeah, I thought he was pretty cool. Like his fear thing, I thought that was pretty. I don't know. It's a cool power.
Yeah, it was a cool power. So he pulls up on her, and Rukia fights him, or is about to fight him, and he's acting all weird. And his like theme is also kind of scary as well. I really like the soundtrack that goes with him. So she's fighting him, and I want to say, I mean,
She was getting bodied.
was she embodied?
I mean, she was doing pretty good, but she thought she had the upper hand, but she didn't. Remember, he was like, "My fear doesn't need to penetrate you. As long as it can get in contact, it'll attach to you." Because remember, she turned her body. She was using her Bankai. I don't even think she was using the Bankai yet. She was using her Shikai, and she was like, "I can basically make my body to below zero or whatever, some temperature that's like negative degrees." So she's theoretically dead right now, but she's still able to move her body. So her nerves and stuff won't be affected by his fear. And then he was like, "That's cool, but it's still gonna work." And he explained how it was gonna work, but that basically sums it up though. He was like, "It's still gonna work," and then it started working.
You're saying okay, so yeah, so she reveals that her Shikai. She finds out that it's not actually just like before. It was just like she could make ice pop out of like a circle of like an area.
Yeah,
fill that area with ice. Now she finds out that her sword actually allows her to. It's not really her. Her sword is really like an extension of her, or an extension of her soul, really. Like her power is that she can lower her body temperature to the point where like her nerve functions, like her bodily functions aren't really working, even though she can still move, which kind of throws me off.
Yeah,
but
she's dead. Her body's dead. She makes her body like dead, pretty much. Yeah.
So she's like what's the guy's name? The dog guy.
The dog, yeah.
He doesn't
basically,
die.
literally. Yeah, that's like the same exact thing. Kinda.
So, yeah, she turns her temperature down so she can get hit with his spikes of fear and not really feel it in her nervous system. But then, so what does she do? She probably like slices him.
No, he was like, your body might not be working, but your nerves are still gonna. He was like, you have to use sight. You can see me, so your nerves are still working.
Well, that's after he powers up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like he slices her. She gets the upper hand on him, freezes him, and then he powers up and uses like his Quincy band
transformation,
whatever wing transformation. I don't know the word is. And he turns into like this really scary creature. Turns into something off of like Bloodborne or something. He like cracks open, gets his wings, his face cracks open, it's all nasty, and he just looks like he kind of looks like a hollow, honestly. That's what he looked like. Well, you know what he also looks like? He kind of looks like the ghost demon from Chainsaw Man.
Have you ever seen Insidious?
Yeah.
Or not Insidious. What's the one with the it's like a nun?
The Conjuring? Or the nun?
Yeah. The Conjuring, yeah. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, he looks weird. Or The Grudge or something. He turns into this form. And then he's like, it allows him, I guess, to go through the eyes.
Optic, yeah.
Yeah, the optic nerves. So then she starts getting scared. And then I'm like, dang it. She's done. I was so mad. Because Ruki's one of my favorites in the story.
I ain't gonna lie, she's kind of trash to me. That's what I was gonna say. She's trash. She's trash. bro, I don't know. So I don't know the complete background behind her and her Zanpakuto and her sword and stuff. But I just feel like Because she's never been able to use a Bankai prior to this, correct?
No, she was like a lower ranked person.
Right. So she's trash. She was trash. She was trash. It just so happens that she was a lower ranked Soul Reaper, right? Or
Yeah, she's a low ranked Soul
okay.
Reaper.
So she's trash. Yeah, she's trash.
She wasn't trash per se.
Bro, if you're a low rank
she beat
compared to everybody else, you're trash. All right, look. I'm saying this from like a perspective of a new person. Obviously, she's done stuff in the show, so I can't just say, oh, she's straight up trash. But comparatively to like everybody else that we've seen been fighting and stuff, her skill level was lower. So I'm saying comparatively to them, she's trash. But then she gets her Bankai and then she like levels up to like where everybody else is at. But prior to that, I don't understand how you can go this long without learning your Bankai. Obviously, it's hard and it's it takes time. But from like a new viewer just looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's taking you this long, and you had to go train with the top level dudes to unlock your Bankai. That's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of trash. That's
she never trash. Like she never was a powerhouse in the show, and like honestly, a lot of the time of seeing her, like the first like half of the story, she's not even like
a damsel
really
in distress,
her.
right?
Yeah, like she got her powers like taken, and then she's in this Gigai or whatever, and she has like I don't know, like 1/100th of her power or something like that.
Okay, so she's been handicapped the whole show, basically.
She's been handicapped the whole show.
So that's why she hasn't reached her full, because she hasn't been able to train fully or be in a position to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
fair.
like
that's fair.
Yeah, until they save her, like the whole Soul Society arc happens, she wasn't even like really free until then. And then in the Rankar arc, she comes back and I believe she beats in a Rankar. She might have got saved by Kuchikian, by her brother, honestly. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I remember it seems like her brother just shows up and saves the day. And he kind of disowns her because she's weak, but he only does that to make her stronger.
Yeah, but she did pretty well against her Rankar from what I remember. I can't remember if she beats them solo or not, but she did pretty well. But she's never been a powerhouse in the show. And I've always liked her character. Like, she's funny, but she's never been, like, strong. But seeing this, I'm like, okay. I mean, she went from a lower rank.
No, she was doing pretty good. But then when he transformed, and then I was like, oh, you're trash. I thought it was gonna be like, Renji. Like, he showed up and he just went crazy. I was like, okay. Yeah. She showed up. She was kind of going crazy, and then the dude transformed, and then I was like, oh.
But Renji's always been like assistant captain.
I know he takes L's too, right? A lot.
Renji has taken some L's.
Because they put him low. They say he's worse than Vegeta in terms of L's.
What? Is he worse than Vegeta?
That's what I see. I don't know. I can't speak on it. But they say him and Vegeta are the number one people of taking L's in their respective shows.
I don't know if that's true. Hold on. Because I always look at these without spoiling myself. So here we go. See if I remember. All right, Renji. Go to Where are my wins? Where are all my battles at? Oh, it's in like order. Renji versus Zabimaru. They be counting anything.
See a lot of wins. Win, draw. Win, loss.
Yeah, he's got some wins.
Win.
See, he lost against Ishigo. He lost against Byakuya. He lost against Ishigo twice, really. He lost against Byakuya. But, like, besides those, I mean, when Stern Ritters first come down, he lost to them. But he beat some of Rankars in the Hikomondo invasion arc and stuff. Like, he's got some W's. He's not completely weak. But, what was I going to say about Rukia? Yeah, Rukia, I feel like I was disappointed at first when she got captured by the fear part because I was really hyped up for her. And I was like, dang, Renji just got his W like crazy. Like, she's about to get it easily. And then she was struggling, and you could say she lost. I would say she lost.
She lost.
Yeah.
Her brother showed up and made her going to the next level. But he really could have just bodied that dude instantly. Like, let's be real.
He's
He
also one
showed
of my
up.
favorite characters.
Yeah, he's awesome. I like him. He's sweet. He's sweet. And he was like, I'm not even using my Bankai. Like, I don't need that to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's crazy. So when he showed up, I was like, all right, maybe he's gonna save the day. But I think it was awesome that he kind of was like, you know, you're strong, you've gotten better, and then she was able to tap into that next level and use her Bankai fully. So that was cool. I think her Bankai is awesome though. Like it's a dope.
No.
It's very dangerous. Like he said, it's high risk, high reward though. Like if you come out of it too fast, you're gonna die instantly. Like it's raps. So you have to really know how to control it, and you have to be on point. And so I kind of will take away the trash part because she does have an extremely hard Bankai to use. So yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, so she lost, but then Bianca comes down. He's like, "Listen, you got nothing to fear. You're strong. You're powerful. You shouldn't have any more fears." And she's like, "You're right. I don't have any fears." She just says no. And then the dude is like going psycho mode, going sicko mode, about to kill them. And then she uses her Bankai. And then I was like, "Oh shit, she used her Bankai." And then she turns into like this, like she turns into
Ice
Elsa.
Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She turns into like this ice angel or whatever. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like the ice version of the squad like captain's Bankai, like the fire, like the head captain.
Mhm.
Like it reminds me of the ice version of that. Which also takes me to the point that Hitsugaya is a fraud.
Was that the name of the head captain or like the?
No. Let's bring up his face just so you can see who I'm talking about. The ice captain in Bleach.
With the white hair, right?
Yeah.
Why you say he's a
This
fraud?
man right here is a fraud. Because he don't even got the strongest ice sword at this point.
Yeah, but he didn't go and train with the freaking Squad Zero.
That's fair, but like,
this like, imagine if he went. Imagine if he went instead of her. Like, are we even talking right now? He probably bodies that dude.
I don't know, bro. Like
and he's younger. Isn't he way younger? He's a kid.
But that's the thing, though. He's supposed to be like a genius.
I mean, is he not a prodigy? How old is he? Compared to Rukia.
Rukia is like 150 plus. He's like, I don't know. Let me see.
Did it say 15 years old?
Bro, he's not 15.
No, I thought that's what it said on Wikipedia.
100 something. That would just be funny if he's 15. What is his age? We got this covered.com. Jesus, where is he? Okay, he is between the ages of 100 and 200.
Looks about 12 years old. He's likely between the ages of 100 and 200. Why does Rukia have an exact number though?
I don't know. But I mean, to put in comparison, Kenpachi is 1,000 years old. So, that makes sense why he's so young.
Yeah, they say he's between 100 and 130. That's what it's saying on Neo Seeker, whatever this is. So they're about the same age.
I'm sure Rukia is older.
Yeah.
But that's
he's still better. He's still better. He lost his Bankai. Bro, he lost his Bankai, trained, and still was kind of doing pretty good against the Quincy's. He was doing okay. He was losing, but he was doing okay.
Her power is definitely stronger than his.
I mean, she just makes everything super cold.
That's all he does.
Is that what he does
Except
too?
less.
I feel like he uses ice as a weapon, but she just makes
Yeah.
everything cold. I mean, she
He
still uses ice
uses.
as a weapon too. I'm not going to say hers isn't better. I got to see like both in action. Hers seems like the best one so far, but it's easy to do that when you go and train with the person that created Bankai's and Zanpakuto's, toes, and he can explain to you exactly how it works and what it is. You know what I mean? I can't say she's
Yeah.
better than him. I can say she's better than him because she's had the training from the
Hey,
number one guy, but I
but
can't just say she's better like because she's better. You get what I'm saying? Like I think
yes.
he has way more potential and he's better, but she's had the training to get to a place that's way above him. But if they were both on even playing field, I think he's trashing her.
You said it's easy, but they chose to bring Rukia there to
They did
train.
choose. They did choose.
They
They
didn't
did choose.
choose him.
They did choose him. But you gotta also think this is plot. Like she's been a
Oh
main
my
character.
goodness.
She's been a main. Am I not? Am I tripping?
Hey,
She's
that
been a
nigga
main character
trash.
since.
He's not a main character. That's not,
That's not the case, bro. She's been like the main character, like along the main group of
bro.
characters since the beginning of the show. You know what I mean? Like what?
He's trash.
Like come on now.
That's why he's not a main character.
But I guarantee Kenpachi is gonna be stronger than her. He's not a main character, and he just
Gonna
went.
be stronger than everybody. Probably.
That's what I'm saying. So you see what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter. Like just because it's not because he's just not a main character.
No.
That's.
He's a fraud. He's a fraud, man. He's a fraud.
I feel like you can't say he's trash. If like, isn't he like a fan favorite? Like what?
I don't know. Not to me.
He's like
No,
one
he's
of the
a
most
cool design.
he's like one of the most recognizable people from Bleach.
He has one of the coolest designs and one of like the prettiest Bankais. But when it comes to actually getting W's,
He doesn't get dubs. He doesn't win.
I don't know, man. He acts very rashly in some moments. Like he's messed up, but he technically beat the Quincy guy.
This is from 2019, October 15th. I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. It's from CBR. It says Rukia will put up a strong fight against Hisugaya, and her absolute zero ability will give her a good chance. But at the end of the day, Hisugaya is more adept at using his ability, and his Bankai is maturing towards the end of the series. Puts it in a different bracket. I mean, it might be more. He might get better with his Bankai some more because he was like after I lost it, I learned more about it. Like I realized what it truly was. So if we see him use it again, it might be like on a whole nother level. I'm just saying.
We'll
you know
see.
what I'm saying? But based on what we've seen, I will say Rukia is better than him currently. But from my knowledge of what I know from the two characters, given the opportunity to train or given the opportunity to use his Bankai again, I think it'll surpass hers.
Okay. Well, we'll see where the series ends. I was saying, you want to bet on it?
I mean, I'm not gonna bet against the main character being
Is she not the
weaker
main
than
character?
the side. She is, bro. She had a whole arc dedicated to saving her. So she's like a top like pillar in the show,
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think she should be a captain by the end. That's all I'm saying. I think she should take his spot as captain. Actually, no. That's not true. Because there are bigger frauds in the captains. Because the dude with the
Knuckles, right?
the knuckle
the fire
guy,
Knuckles,
him, and the musical constructor guy. Yeah,
But the musical dude was gonna win until the guy popped his ears out.
That's true. But he also
And
gave
that's
him
like
an
a crazy thing to
opportunity.
do.
The knuckle guy gave him an opportunity to even use that.
Yeah. And they didn't know that the little guy was like a power up thing for him.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I got for Bleach. Rukia did her thing. Byakuya. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I don't care. He's one of my favorites. It's weird, like.
Oh, and we found out why they got that shit on though. Like
What
the turbans and everything, they had to wear it because it takes a lot to travel from the top to down. Because they couldn't just send them in a little pillar.
Oh.
That's what they said to Ichigo. They're like, yeah, you got to wear this stuff to protect yourself from the like from the elements and stuff or the environment.
That's why he had the
From
drip on.
yeah, that's why he got that shit on. He got that shit on.
I thought he was gonna take the stairs. He just flew down the middle.
Yeah, I didn't. I knew he wasn't gonna take the stairs. Let's be
I
honest.
thought he was.
I knew he wasn't
like
doing that shit.
Snake way, some Goku snake way.
Yeah, but even then, Goku didn't take snake. He started flying. Remember?
He did.
He was like, he was running.
Way.
He was running at first, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta go," and he jumped up and started flying.
Oh, okay.
Or no, he flew back. I think he flew back, but he ran there. But he flew because he had to fly back to Earth.
Okay. I thought he was just gonna take the stairs, and then he just flew down the middle. I was like, this man cheating. Like, how's his body even take that? Let's talk about some Zom. This week's episode was great to me.
Oh yeah, it was really good. I knew they were gonna meet back up. I knew that's the girl of his dreams, bro.
You think that's the girl?
That's the girl of his dreams, yeah. That's the girl.
I feel like there's another out there for him.
You think so?
I feel like he might become the guy of her dreams.
You don't think it'll be requited? Like they won't both? I think they'll both like each other. He likes her already. She's kind of liking him. She's like, he's too risky, you know. She's trying not, but he's in there. Like old dude would say from Everybody Hates Chris. He's in there.
You're so in there. So yeah, this episode was called Hero the Dead. We get a little flashback of Akira as a kid, dressing up like a hero, saving other kids from bullies, things like that. So then we find out that I don't know if this was his main dream or maybe just
I feel like every child used to want to be a hero, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that when I'm like I don't think that really counts, but okay, you know. I guess. So
he wanted to be a hero when he was a kid, which a lot of kids wanted to be. So I'm trying to remember, why did they go to the aquarium?
Because he had to get that suit. He knew that aquariums, they have suits that don't let sharks bite through it. Because it's like chainmail copper or carbon fiber or something. So like it'll still hurt, which we see because he gets bit by zombies. Yeah. It's like 3 of them just piling on him, biting him. And he was like, why does it still hurt? And then he was like, it's because it only protects me from like penetration, but I will still feel, like the pain. So he gets the suit, he spray paints it. It looked really good. Like his costume looked really good. It was blue and red. And then it cuts to this bus, which is kind of weird. Like I'm surprised people are still trying to take main
That's
the
what
streets.
I was confused.
I was like, this makes no sense. Like it's a bunch of cars, and there's people. They were supposed to be going to some dock or something, and we didn't know she was on the bus. They didn't show her on the bus until like after everybody started running towards Akira to the aquarium, and then she runs past, and he's like, "Oh snap, it's her again!" And then he starts like punching the zombies and whatnot. And then once he sees her, then he's like, I got to go up another level to try to impress her. And then that's when he just got jumped on and they started biting him. But he was able to get him off and threw him in the water over the bridge. And then he came back and was talking to, I forgot the name of his friend, but they were just talking about what was going on.
He was under there for a while, wasn't he? Just covering zombies?
Yeah. He was outside for a long time getting bit up.
Do suits like that actually exist in real life?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do, yeah. I doubt that it'll stop full-on penetration from like a shark. Like if a shark bit you, I'm pretty sure they would get through, but I'm super sure it's like super resistant though.
Okay.
Like to the point like if they faintly bite you, it won't hurt you. Like I literally just seen a video on Twitter. This guy was he was swimming with sharks and the shark bit him on the leg, but it was like no blood or nothing. But like he kind of like snipped at him. Okay. And then he like swam away and like started holding him by the nose, like to push him back. So I'm pretty sure they exist.
Was this week Shark Week?
What, like in real life?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know they have that thing.
I was just trying to come up with a reason why they
delayed the episode. Damn, that shit was a month ago.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. That happens, and then when they get inside, doesn't he just like ask? Yeah,
he was like, contacts? "You want to exchange contacts again?" And she was like, "I don't want to exchange contacts with anyone like you because you're too risky and you put the people that love you at like risk and all this other stuff." And then she started like psychoanalyzing them, saying like the reason you would probably want to be a hero is because you probably were like a loser in real life and you need something to make yourself feel better. And I was like, what the heck? And
Low
then
self-esteem,
yeah, low
psychological issues.
self-esteem. And then they both are just like, she is freaking crazy. Like, what the heck? And then his friend started taking up for him. And then he was kind of just thinking about like, dang, I kind of do like put my friends at risk and stuff. Kind of thinking about what she was actually saying. But then they were just talking. And then it was like a little funny moment. And she was like, you don't analyze anything. So yeah, we're not gonna exchange numbers. And then that's when a freaking zombie shark, a shark that ate a bunch of zombies, broke out of the aquarium, and now the zombies are walking, but the shark
That
is
was
still.
weird. I
Yeah, I'm
didn't
like, what the
understand
heck is
that.
going on? But then the fish were also zombies too. Like the fish that were coming out, it seemed like they were zombies.
Yeah, I didn't really get that, but
So
I let it
yeah,
go.
and then he goes to check it out. They go check it out at first, and then it's like, all right, we gotta run. We gotta run. Like we can't fight this. So everybody's running, and then they get to this little area. They find a little room, and then the first girl that hopped out the bus, started freaking out, and she grabbed the analyst girl,
This
you know, the
analyst.
risk analyst, and threw her to the ground. She threw her to the
Bro.
ground, which she didn't even need to do. Like they both are gonna make it,
Bro,
but she just
people like
grabbed
that
her
are
and then
so
threw her back.
funny in like zombie movies, like just throwing people for no reason.
Yeah, like get out the way. So she threw her down, and then they all get inside, and then
And then
Akira
she-
realizes like, oh, she didn't make it.
Yeah, she felt
And they're
bad
like-
about it.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, we can't get back through because the door got, you know, like it got smacked, so it can't open anymore. And then he was like, he just disappeared and hopped through the vents. And then he came back, and then she was like, oh, you came back to save me? Like, what are you doing? And then they started fighting the shark zombie, and she had a good plan. She was like, sharks have they send stuff through like electromagnetism or whatever, like through some electric wave somehow. And she was like, if there's batteries around, we can get some batteries, and if you touch it, it'll make them like go into shock or something. So they're just running, trying to find batteries. He's dodging, stalling, and then she eventually gets the batteries and throws it to him. But also the other dude showed up because they were both about to die, and he was scared to hop down, but he got naked, fully naked,
Bro.
and like they censored it though. But he was literally butt naked, just shaking his butt, trying to get the shark to bite him, and then the shark ran over and almost got him, but he got back up. And then that's when they were able to get the plan to work, and he punched the shark in the nose and saved the day. It was really cool animation though. Like the art style was awesome. It looked good. It looked really good.
Like, what did he do? What did he give her, like a flashlight or something? Like, what was it?
It was batteries. She took the batteries out the flashlight and then gave him the batteries because apparently like sharks sense through electricity or something. And she was like, yeah, if you take the batteries and you touch it, it'll basically just incapacitate the shark, like overwhelm its senses or something, and it'll pass out. And so that's what he did. And then they all get out, and then they're just talking to each other. And she's like, or they're like, so what are you gonna do from here, like after this? And she was like, probably find someplace safe to stay. And they were like, what about? He was like, you know, you could team up with us. And she was like, nah, I'm good. And then she was like, if she said something, she was like, yeah, you still put your friends at risk to save someone you don't know. And then he was like, but you're someone I do care about now, miss. And then she started blushing and stuff, and then she started like getting more angry, not angry, but she was trying to like divert and say stuff like, da da da, like you're still crazy, like what do you mean, that was stupid, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. And then they were riding away, and he was like, so what do you want to, his friend was like, so what do you want to do now, Akira? He was like, I want to go find my family because I'm pretty sure they're safe because they're in Japan's best kept secret, which is like some place in Japan that's like super low key. I'm assuming it's like a rural area, like in like the woods or something. And they said it's a whole town and they got everything set up and it's safe there. So he's like, let's go there to go see my parents. And I bet she's gonna end up being there too. Yeah, and he got her contact information. And I bet you she's gonna be there because her risk analysis is gonna say this is a super safe place to be. It's boarded up, they have resources, so they'll probably get there and she'll probably be there as well. Somehow.
Do you think his parents are alive?
Yeah, I think so. The show's not that dark. Like, they have moments when people die, but it's not that dark. You know what I mean? Because if it wanted to get dark, his friend would have died when he tried to jump across the, to the next building.
I don't know,
So
man.
I think his parents might be alive.
They could be. Obviously, I'm rooting for his parents to be alive, but they could be dead. We don't know anything about his parents, though. How smart they are.
Yeah.
But this is a great episode. I feel like not every single episode. One of the episodes weren't as good, but still good. But this one's really good. I feel like this episode felt more of like a My Hero Academia episode than like the entire last season of My Hero Academia. Like I felt like this like scratched my itch for My Hero that I feel like I haven't been getting from My Hero. Yeah, for like a while. Like,
you didn't like last season?
Not really. It wasn't. It was okay.
It was a super long fight. The fight was definitely drawn out. Oh, I didn't like his little Batman arc.
Yeah,
that shit was ass to me.
It's been
doesn't make any sense.
The manga has also been all right for a while. So, but I feel like this show kind of encapsulated what I feel like people liked about My Hero Academia in that episode. And the suit looked cool. The animation was cool on the punch and stuff. I don't know if the girl is gonna be there, but I can't tell if the show, like how dark it is or how dark.
I don't think it's dark at all. I mean, we got some people that die, but like, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna get too crazy.
We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully.
Oh, and she also brought up how like they're the exact opposite. She was like, we're incompatible because you're trying to do everything you do before you become a zombie, and I'm trying to do everything I can do so I don't become a zombie.
Right.
But you know what they say, man.
He's in there.
Opposites attract.
I only talk about, I'll say Malevolent for last because that was a lot that I watched yesterday. I watched the whole thing yesterday. Rurouni Kenshin, we got the murderer from the end of last episode being reintroduced. He's apparently a renowned murderer for like 20 years or something.
He even joined. He was working with Kenshin, but he just because he likes to kill people.
Right. So he's this crazy dude who loves killing people. He used to be on the side, I guess, of the government.
He was against
the imperialists.
Kenshin. Yeah, and then they were like, "You can't do this. You're killing people." And he was like, "All right, I'll just join the other side."
Right.
He joined the other side to kill more people.
So yeah, he's just doing his job and then murdering people on the side. And then they caught him. They were gonna probably execute him, judge him, whatever they were gonna do. And then he ran away from them and then joined the revolutionary side to kill people and ended up helping the revolution. And now, obviously, the revolution is over because they took over. But
yeah,
he's still been killing people for years. And I guess is the word that he specifically goes after.
He was going against like the imperialists who changed their tune, who were like, we're doing this for all the people who are like, the low class and giving them an opportunity. But once they got the power, they kind of stopped helping the low class and just took the money and basically kind of became who they were fighting against. And he was like, I'm going to go kill those people because that's not cool. Even though like I
didn't even know he had that motive.
That motive, yeah, it's like a fair motive, but at the same time, he's like also just like killing people. But he's using that as like a reason, like as a reason to kill people.
Like I didn't know if he had like an actual motive with the good reason behind it, or he's just a killer. But he's very crazy. So there's a revolutionary armory, old general or member, whatever he was, old leader, who is now obviously just a political figure at this point. And he's in danger of being killed by the killer. So then he has guards, but the police chief guy, this guy with the glasses, is like, you need better guards than this. Like, this isn't going to be enough to like save you from him. So he goes to Kenshin directly and gets him to guard him. And then Kenshin agrees because he wants to fight the guy one-on-one and stop him. So then they go and protect him. At first, the guy is like, "What are you talking about? Like, are you disrespecting my men? Like, these are all enough." And then Kenshin comes in, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "Oh snap, it's Kenshin!" Like, "Hello, sir. Like, how are you doing?"
And he was also saying, he was talking about like how he survived, like being able to go through some woods, and he was like, "Yeah, remember when I guarded you in the forest?
From all those arrows,
you're lying,
and bombs,
you're capping. Like you ain't do nothing. You just sat there and got." Gateway to the freaking destination.
Yeah, so he was a big fraud. And then Kenshin comes in, and then the guy with the bandana comes in, and he's like, "Oh, look at all these guys." He's like, "I know all you guys," and then they're all scared of him or whatever. So obviously he probably beat them all up before at some point. So then they can take control of the guarding. Duke strikes at, I don't know, midnight or something. I don't know what time it was.
Yeah, he was supposed to come at a certain time, and then it hit midnight, and they were like, "He's not here yet." And then he breaks the window, and then slices this dude's back. Just slices him in the back, and they're like, "Oh, he's here." And then everybody gets up, because they were playing a game, and Kenshin was telling them about a certain special technique that he probably is using that's causing him to be able to get people to, be stuck and paralyzed.
The Shinoipo. The Shinoipo, whatever.
So he used it, and then he was like, Kenshin was like, that's kind of I think he said it was like kind of a lame way to kill people, because it's like you just immobilize them and then you just go and kill them. Like that's.
Well, he said like it's usually used in like. It's usually used against like a fighting opponent. Yeah. Not necessarily to keep people that are not fighting completely stuck in place. Yeah. So it says kind of like a maniacal way of using it. Yeah. Yeah. And I wonder if, I don't know which, no, I'm sure this came out first. I wonder if Oda, the person who writes One Piece, got Conqueror's Haki from this. Because Conqueror's Haki is kind of like the same thing, where it's like their spirit, their spirit is like so powerful that it like overtakes the other person. Yeah, just by like being around them or like looking at them, and then they either completely pause or just pass out. And I feel like he might have got it from this, possibly. So yeah, he uses his technique. They're all paused up. They're like, "Oh," and then Kenshin does like this power up move, and he's like, "You must maintain your spirit," or something.
Yeah, he's like, as long as your spirit is on the same level or higher, you won't be frozen. Like your fighting spirit, though. He was like, you just basically don't be scared. Like if you're not scared, then you'll be able to fight them.
And I don't remember if we talked about this or not, but I was trying to debate whether this was like if there was gonna be like some powers in this show or not. Or
I don't consider that a power. You think that's a power? I guess it kind of is like a technique, but it's not like. But Kenshin was saying you have to train to use this technique, so I think anybody can do it. I wouldn't consider it a power though.
I feel like it's one of those things that's like teetering the line
of like a power.
I don't know. Like back in the day, people used to talk about like
techniques that could freeze.
Yeah, like they would talk about like people that are like so scary that you would be like frozen in place and things. I mean,
some people do freeze from fear though, like in real life.
Yeah. So it might be one of those things. It like teeters the line. The dude breaks in. Kenshin obviously starts fighting him. Breaks his sword. Oh wait, no, the bandana guy breaks his sword because he goes straight for the general, and then he gets stabbed through the forearm casually. Kenshin goes at him. I think Kenshin gets like cut on the hand.
Yeah, he cut him on his little like wrist, and then he like broke his hat, and then he was like, "This is even better. The general's no longer, or whoever the guy is no longer my target. You're my target, and I'll see you soon." And he just dips off, runs out the window. And then Kenshin and what's his name are walking in the rain. Wasn't it raining? It was either nighttime. I know it was nighttime. It might have been raining too. But he was like, he was like, "Why'd you do this? You didn't have to do this." He was like, "This was my plan. I was hoping that he would come after me instead. It'll make it easier. Because now he would come after me and I can fight him one-on-one. like you were saying earlier. And then he also was telling him like, I don't need you guys to like, come in or try to help or anything. I can handle it. I don't want you guys to get hurt. So just tell everybody back at the dojo, stay put, don't butt in, and I'll be waiting for him at this place. He shouldn't have told him where he was gonna be waiting for him at. I'm not gonna lie. He should have just been like, I'll be waiting for him, and you'll see me when you see me.
Yeah, because there were multiple ball drops here. Him telling him where he's gonna wait him at, and then the bandana dude was supposed to keep her there. And
yeah,
he lets her go.
I don't think that's his fault though. She's a freaking, oh my god, bro. Like, you are literally just seeking attention. Like, oh my, do you hear yourself? She's like, I don't want him to forget me. I don't want Kenshin to leave and not. I'm like, oh my god, bruh. Are you serious? This dude is a mass murderer. And you're like, he was like, yes, you should stay put because Kenshin's about to fight the dude. And if you go, he literally said, if you go there, you're just going to get in his way. Like, you're not going to help him. And she's like, I don't care. I'm going to go there because if Kenshin leaves and he forgets us, I'll be extremely sad. Like, what is the rationale? Where's the logic? And then she goes up there and she talks to him and gives her spiel, and he's like, oh yeah, I would never forget you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll come back. And then the dude pops up and kidnaps her, and now right, he's on a boat, just flies down the stream, grabs her, and then Kenja's like, no, what are you doing? Don't get away. It was so like Looney Tune, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't
like, it was just
it's like, what the heck?
I got you, Batman.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm like, all right, bro. I thought he was gonna show up, and I didn't think it was gonna be like that. I did think something along those lines were gonna happen, but the way it happened was just so crazy. I'm like, what the heck? But it was a good episode. I liked the episode. She's just an idiot. Like, what the heck, bro? It would have been better off. I thought he was going to go to the dojo because he knew he was there. That's what I thought was going to happen. Like, he wasn't going to show up at the location, and then Kenshin would figure like, oh no, he's at the dojo. And then when he got to the dojo, it would be like a note or something like, meet me here if you want them back. You know what I'm saying? Not she goes to him and gets kidnapped in front of, like, I don't know. That was kind of weird, but it was still a good episode though.
Because he was also at the dojo.
Yeah, you heard him laughing, right? He was like, in the background. I'm like, all right, maybe this is how it happens. So, but yeah, they could have did that better. I think that would have been cooler. It would have made more sense if they did it the other way.
Yeah, maybe he was just trying to determine like what would be important enough for Kenshin. Yeah, but he already agreed to meet up with Kenshin. But he said he was trying to make him mad. So.
Yeah, because he wants them to fight with full power. He wants them to try to kill him.
Yeah. You think Kenshin will kill him?
Nah.
I think Kenshin will kill him.
You think he'll actually kill him because of the girl?
Yeah. I think he'll kill him. I'm waiting. I feel like this anime is gonna take a dark turn at some point.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get more serious. I think it's already been getting a little more serious. Like, every person that's shown up has slightly gotten more serious and more serious. Like, the first two, the brothers, remember, they were killing people. I mean, it is kind of already serious because people are dying. It's just that the main characters aren't dying, but there's civilians getting slain. Like, right? Like, this dude just killed the whole platoon of people. They were like, yeah, he's killed like over 100 people, and every time he shows up, they're all dead.
I don't know when the turning point will be, but I have a feeling that the show will get more serious. Let's talk about Malevolent here while I got some few minutes left. I know you didn't see yesterday's episode. Let me tell you, man. I am missing JJK right
now. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching this. I'm like, bruh, the art style. I'm like, bruh. Like, it's a good show. Like, the story is good, but like the art style and the animation, I'm like, bro. This shit's kind of ass. Like, when we came back to it, remember I was telling you, like, I was like, we should do Rurouni instead. It's because I watched like the first episode or the first two episodes when it came back, and I was like, yeah, like, I still like the story. It still interests me, but it's definitely not the same quality as these other shows we're watching in terms of animation and the way it looks. So,
you know what it was? when we first watched it, we already had a bad batch of shows.
Yeah, we had a bad batch of shows. Like it was really bad. It was really bad.
Like we had
And then this was
Trigun
like,
and Revenger.
yeah. And this was like, it wasn't great, but it was good. It was good enough.
It
You
was
know what I mean?
better
Like
than the
it was
other
better
two.
than the other two. Yeah. It was better than the other two. And I still think the story's great. I still think the story's super good. Like
Yeah, the
I
story's not
enjoy the
bad.
story and the character. It's just the way it looks in the art sometimes is like, damn.
Like I was like, and it was worse for me because I had to binge it. Like I had the.
Yeah, watch every
I
single
didn't.
episode.
I didn't get to watch any episodes. I watched Bleach, Sam, and Rurouni on Monday, and then at work I spent the whole time watching this show, trying to get caught up on it. So I watched all 7 episodes yesterday, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like, I like tried to get to the end of this so bad. Like I feel like it all kind of like meshed together for me. Like I feel like there wasn't a lot happening for the 7 episodes, but the
Yeah,
overarching
like she
story isn't bad necessarily.
Because
But
she got captured, he showed up, he fought the umbrella, then everybody else showed up, and then the umbrella like broke her little bond or whatever, and like not killed the dude, but the dude that was holding her together to make sure that she wouldn't become like this god thing or whatever, suppressing her god
I think his name
curse
was
or whatever thing.
or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, and then the umbrella was able to incapacitate him, so the barrier is gone, and then she got captured, and then the people were like, "Oh, since this guy's not here to like suppress you anymore, you got to stay here." And then it was literally just her staying at that place, like working, and then the other guy was like, "I need to get stronger, so I got to use my door pulls because he's been using his brothers and sisters, but he can't get to his full potential because it's not his weapon." So he was training with those, and now he has to use them because you have to, in order to get a better relationship with the door pulls, you have to use it. And since he hasn't used it at all, it's basically like he's starting from like zero. And then it's a bunch of stuff like political stuff, like, oh, you got to meet with the Bureau of whatever it's called, the Sanomes or whatever, to see what you can do or what we're gonna do with you because you're a huge risk right now. And then they're traveling, and then that's when the umbrella shows back up and stomps on the car. That's pretty much literally everything that happened.
And you know what? That was only like episode 6.
Yeah.
Or episode 5 and 6. The whole episode 1 through 4. I don't even know. Like I honestly, I think it was more just
remember
like
it was slice of life. That's when I was saying like it's kind of weird like how they're acting weird with each other because they both like each other, but they don't want to like say it. Remember I was telling you that like it's like a rom-com, like it was feeling like a slice of life rom-com for like the first 2 or 3 episodes, and then that's when her friends got captured because they were walking home because they were like, remember they didn't kidnap them, but her 2 friends were like questioning them about the relationship and and talking like, do you like her or what would you do for her and all this other stuff.
That's literally all episode 1 through 4 was him getting questioned by different people, because he also got questioned by the other what are they called?
Sukumogami,
whatever. I was calling them fucking objects. Spirits. He got questioned by the other spirits.
Yeah.
The little girl spirit questioned him and took him out.
Yeah, took him on a date
and
it was like, see, this is how you treat a woman. Basically trying to teach him how to give a good date and things to do, preparing him, and
try to get a gauge of how he feels.
Yeah.
That was basically all episode 1 through 4, and then 5. You're saying like, that's 5?
I think her friends are walking home and they get kidnapped. Yeah, and then he's like, I can sense the umbrella, and then he made that crazy face. Did you see that?
Yeah.
When he was like smiling, like all deviously, like, oh, I can kill the umbrella. But then he kind of figured out like, I don't think this is the same umbrella, but there's a group of umbrellas. So.
And I'm kind of sad that you didn't get to see episode 7, because I felt like that was the episode where things I feel like are starting to get more entertaining for me, at least.
Yeah.
But it was the very last episode. I was like, did you see when she was helping out all around the place?
Yeah, I seen that. That was the last episode. That was prior to when the umbrella stumped on the car. because everybody was like, oh, she's such a bad, like she had a bad, presence around her name. Because
Right.
everybody was like, she's not good, she's evil, she's not a real person, she's like half human, half spirit. And then everybody started seeing her like helping around, doing chores, just kind of like doing busy work, because she was like, I don't like sitting here. I want to at least do something, like be helpful. And so everybody's been like, oh, she's super nice, she's a good person, all this other stuff.
So yeah. So we got our main developments. We got the Umbrella. See, you haven't even seen. I feel like you haven't even seen what all. There's a big twist in 7. So I guess we'll just talk about that next time.
Okay.
I mean,
I know they said like she is the reason the Umbrella potentially like turned up like that, because when she got kidnapped, that traumatic event caused her to like unleash this huge light, and he was like, this is why all the spirits follow you, because like you're like their god and they're waiting on you to awaken.
Right.
And like,
because she got like 2 people just came up and were like, we're her parents,
her family. Yeah. And they were like, oh, you're I mean, I think they were related. I think the girl was related, but the dude wasn't, and he was using the woman to get to her, because remember, she was like, I don't think this is good, and then she ran away with her, trying to get her back, and then that's when the dude showed up and started going crazy, and that's why they crashed.
Remember that.
Yeah, that happened last season. Yeah, like the woman was feeling bad about it, because I think she is an actual relative. She was like, this isn't right, and then she ran away, like diverted from the dude, and they were living in a hotel and stuff for like some weeks, and she was like, the girl, she was like, I actually like that, because like that was the first time I really felt like somebody was my family outside of the spirits. And she was actually like taking care of her and like treating her good. But then when they were trying to get back, the dude finally found them again on the road and like drove them off the road and killed the girl, or killed the woman, and then the girl had to like protect herself, and that's when she like unleashed her. Nobody seen what happened. So nobody seen what happened, but the Sainoms, they showed up because like it was huge like spiritual pressure or whatever. And when they got there, she was regular, but it was like just cars crashed and trees knocked over and then a dead body and stuff. So nobody saw exactly what happened, but they knew she caused something. And that ever since that day, that's when they were like, all right, we gotta, like keep an eye on her, because she could really, like do something or change the balance of things.
Right. I just have 2 more things to say about the show. I really enjoy the traveling music group.
The instruments.
Yeah, the musical tribe or music group, whatever they are. I thought it was interesting that they explained like the 3 families are each allowed to have their own like private spirits that they allow to exist for specific reasons. Even though this guy like
he didn't even know his
and like slavery, but
oh yeah. But the kid, remember the guy? He was like the main character. He was like, oh snap, I didn't even know that. Because he's a royal family too, and they were explaining stuff. He was like, oh, I didn't know that, and they were like, what? You're like, because he's like next in line to be the head of the family or whatever.
Cornada.
Yeah, and they're like, how don't you know this stuff? He was like, I just been focused on like
he just trains.
Combat. Yeah, like I don't read any books. I'm just trying to kill spirits.
It's also crazy to me that he was using his brothers and sisters instead of his own this whole time.
Yeah, this whole time, yeah. Because imagine where he would be.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, why did he use? Probably just mental.
But he holds it dear to him. Like he was like that, He was saying he wants to kill the spirit with their door pulls, because he was like, he uses them because it keeps my hatred alive. Like I can look down at him and literally that's what he said. He was like, I can look down at him and it'll make me remember. Like I'll never forget. Even though I feel like you don't need that to not forget. Like they killed your. I'm saying, like I don't think that's something you'll forget. But
well, he switched them. I'm sure. I'm sure he still has the same amount of hatred.
Yeah. He just realized if he wants to, because he lost kinda. He needed help from everybody else. He was like, I couldn't do it on my own, so I got to make this switch so I can actually reach my full potential. And his uncle called him, I think, or his grandpa was like, you got to use your real things, because you're never going to get to where you need to or where you want to be.
And did you see the part where like the girl, the pink hair, like asked him on a date.
Oh yeah, on a
And he
date, and
turned it
he was
down.
like, nah, yeah. And she
And
was like, ah, dang. She was like, we could go on a date and talk about it, or we can go here, we
go
could do
overnight
this,
stay. I recommend
overnight
this.
stay. Yeah, and he was like, nah, I'm good. We can just talk about it now, and and that'll be it. So she's trying to be in there too, but
And then the brothers. But I was gonna say, did you see the part when the brothers lectured him
yeah,
for like 5 hours? He's like, I can't believe they lectured me for 5 hours
yeah.
because he lost. But the only other thing I was gonna say about this is that I have a theory. I think that the main girl, I think she's the umbrella spirit that killed
Oh, you
them.
think that's who it is? Okay. I was kind of feeling the same way because when they said like the umbrella caused, but how would she be in that place at the same time?
Was it at this? Like, what do you mean?
I think they were saying the reason the umbrella spirit happened is because she was in distress, and that caused the umbrella spirit
Oh,
to like get that power up or whatever. I do think they're going to be connected or something, but remember every time the umbrella shows up, they're like, "Matt, you're my master. Like you're my master." So
right. That's what made me think that.
yeah,
And
so
there's also something weird about the umbrella spirit. Like it used like tags, like the human, the tags like the humans use
oh,
to
humans
like
use yeah.
steal and stuff. Like it
Hmm.
had those like set up like a trap already. You remember that?
In the first fight.
When it shows the flashback this season of his
Oh, of
siblings fighting it,
yeah, his friend dying or his brother and sister dying.
it
It
was
had
like
tags on the arm, right?
yeah, like their power, like the girl tried to use like tags or like a power and it like reversed on her. And then they were
Yeah,
like they had tags already set up here, like it was a trap. Like the umbrella spirit had like tags set up. So there's something going on. I don't know. But my theory is that she's the umbrella. Which would be I wanna know how I feel like he would still accept her though. Maybe that would be how he got over his revenge somehow.
yeah. I think he'll still get his revenge, but I think that I don't know. You think he won't kill the umbrella spirit? The only way I don't see that happening is if she is the umbrella spirit. Then that'll be like,
That's
damn.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I feel like they can break the two. Because it almost seems like they don't want her to have the Mare Bito or whatever that thing is that makes her a god. It sounds like they want to extract that from her so she can be a regular person. So maybe if it is her, they can extract the umbrella so it's like two different people, and then he can kill the umbrella and she can be a regular human.
Possibly, yeah. I thought it was more like I didn't really when I remember them talking about it, I thought it was more like a sealing or like suppression of it.
Hmm.
And
Like
it
this is
seems
who
like
she is. But
yeah,
they were saying she can choose. They were saying like she can awaken it or she can't awaken it. Like, but
right.
once it awakens, then it's just over. Like that's what she is.
And that's what the umbrella is like. The other umbrella is like
Yeah, the
trying to do.
umbrella. It's kind of like with Tengen. They want Tengen to ascend to the
Yeah.
next stage, and they're like, "No, you gotta assimilate. Like, we need you to assimilate with someone else so you don't get to that next phase."
This really is JJK light.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. The characters look the same too, kind of. The hair,
This is just like JJK Pee Wee version.
the.
But all right. Animation of the week.
Zom. Or no, Bleach.
Actually, I didn't even think about animation. I should have thought about that more. Um, what do I have? Bleach is on Rurouni. I'd say Bleach too for animation. With Rukia's Bankai. Her Bankai is also my moment of the week though.
Yeah, I'll say that too. Or no, my moment is when her brother showed up. And he was like, I'm not even using my Bankai. He was like, you know how my Bankai works. I'm not using it. And he was like, what? You aren't using your Bankai? And he was like, yeah, you're not strong enough. I don't need it to use it. He was like, I won't let you say those words to me or something like that. And he was like, how dare you talk to me like that or something along those lines. And then he was like, yeah, like real talk, I could just kill you, but I'm gonna let my sister handle it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to.
I don't know
The
who he's
English
gonna
dub.
fight, but
The English dub. I don't even need to handle my light work real quick. I don't even need to talk to this dude. So that was cool. Him showing up was my moment of the week. That was my
okay.
moment of the week.
Yeah, my moment of the week was her.
Has his sword always never had a blade?
No, I mean he can use the blade.
No, I'm saying, but there's no blade on it. It's just the hilt. I know it was like made with flowers, but like, was it always like that?
Yeah. Like whenever he uses like the flowers, there's no sword.
Okay.
Yeah. But I guess even without Bankai,
Because he also fought Ichigo at like that's when Ichigo used his first the skinny sword, right? Didn't they fight? And yeah. Okay.
And then there was a point in the fight where I think there was a point where he was using the Bankai and like all the swords were around, and it was like this point where he was like, this is the form of Bankai I use where like I throw away all defense, I'm doing offense, and like I'm not even gonna use the flowers, like I'm just gonna use my blade. And I think that's like the only time I remember when his blade was out at the same time. At least I think.
Okay.
But yeah, that's that guy. And then my episode of the week was Zom. Because again,
I agree.
I just feel like that was more MHA than I've seen of it from MHA for a while now. That was good. So yeah, I think are we good here?
Yep.
Any predictions? Anything else?
No predictions for me. I think his parents will be alive. That'll be my only prediction. Malevolent, the umbrella thing's gonna pop. I gotta watch the episode. I'm gonna watch it, see what happens. And Bleach, I don't know. Somebody else is gonna fight. I don't know who's gonna fight. We'll just see. I feel like this season, or I don't want to say this. Oh, okay. If it's Kenpachi, that would be lit. I was also gonna say I feel like this season and is like fan service. Not bad fan service, like in the sense of, a lot of people wanted to see these characters fight at a super high level, and this arc allows the creator to showcase characters who might not have gotten that much shine in the previous seasons or whatever, can now really get a full fight. Yeah. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it feels like. Like good fan service, not like, boobs and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely that. Like
I was gonna mention this too about Kishimoto's board. I'm like, is this even Naruto anymore? Like, they don't even look like ninjas. Like, what is this?
Like a vampire.
Like, what is this, bro? Like, what is this?
Sarda looks just like a hooker, and then Boruto.
This is like something I can see somebody wearing today.
Yeah, like to the club or something.
Yeah, like, bro, what is going on? Anyway.
Boruto is giving me like Mihawk and Zoro from One Piece like combined right now, and then Sarda just looks like she's going for a night out. And then that guy, I don't even know him, but I don't know. I don't watch this show. I don't know what's going on.
Opium phase.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what's happening.
Apparently the time skip is going to happen, and everybody's like, don't switch up now. Don't switch up. The time skip, I don't want it. Bro, it's been like 6 years, bro.
Up.
Like, nobody, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I swear, like the most delusional fan base.
Like, do not worry about it, bro. Nobody is switching up. It's been like 7 years.
This account that's pretending to be Kishimoto keeps tweeting on my timeline. It's whatever. I mean, they look like they're not bad design. They're cool designs.
Yeah, they're not bad. It's just like
it just doesn't remind me of Naruto
at all. That's my thing. Like, the designs don't look bad. Like, they look cool, but it's just like, bro, how did we go from ninjas to niggas in leather jackets and designer belts? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like I'm not Shinobi heels on.
Like, bro, what is going on, bro? Like,
yeah, it's kind of.
What are they saying in the comics? Looks cool to me. I get it's not my cup of tea personally, though. I really just think that's the art. I really just. Oh, damn. Oh, to be fair, I think this just ain't it. Ain't the best pick of him. I seen some clean ones, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Kishimoto's art is kind of weird. I feel like it's changed a little bit. Like, sometimes when I see, like, the faces and stuff, I don't know. It looks kind of, I don't know. Sometimes it just looks weird.
These things look like straight out of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
I don't like. Is Kishimoto drawing this?
Yeah, he's drawing it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought did he take it over or something?
Yeah, he came back. Remember, he was trying to do that's like Samurai 7 thing.
Yeah,
and it
I read that
didn't.
for a little bit.
Yeah, it didn't pan out. So he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go back to Naruto or Boruto.
Hey man, ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, that's all I got for this week. 2 weeks until the Jujutsu comes back.
Yep.
Which means I don't know how many episodes of Malevolent there will be, but I figure we could probably finish. I'm sure there's only gonna be 12 episodes. I think, right? There was only 12 last season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we could probably finish that.
Shibuya arc.
Yeah, Shibuya arc.
Here it comes. Everybody dies apparently.
Yeah, everyone's hyping it up to be like sad.
Yeah.
But
They said a lot of people die.
I feel like there ain't that many characters that I care about.
Well, there you go. That's why I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. So people are saying that what's his name's not even really the main character.
Yuji?
Yuji, yeah.
Who's the main character? Gojo?
Megami.
Megami. There's the thing about Sukuna liking Megami.
Yeah, he wants his body. He wants his body.
The only characters that I feel like I would care if they died is like
Yuji,
like the main cast, like the main
Megami, Gojo. Everybody else is pretty much expendable to me. I ain't gonna lie.
I would care.
Oh yeah, she got a huge for me. She got a huge not Nanami, but the girl with the hammer and the nails. That last episode from like 2 seasons or last season when they were fighting on the highway, she got like huge points for me. Like she went way up because she was going crazy with the nail and the hammer, and I was like, oh snap, she's actually really good. Yeah. So like if she was to die, I wouldn't feel like a type of way about it, but I'd be like, damn, because I feel like we haven't really got to see her fully. But not if Nanami died, I would be like, that would suck.
Yeah, like if Nanami died, if Toto died, I would care. And then maybe like Maki or the panda guy. I would care about Maki and Panda guy. That's actually a lot of characters. Maki's the girl with the glasses.
I know, with the glasses.
You don't like her?
She's cool, but I don't know. I don't know. She doesn't really. I feel like she's important, but I don't have like a huge connection to her character like that.
The guy doesn't
dude
talk.
With the muscles.
Toto? That's Toto.
Yeah. If he dies, yeah. If he dies, I'll be like,
I'll be
damn.
so sad if he dies.
I feel like him and Toji, is it? No,
Yuji?
not Toji. Yuji, yeah, him and Yuji. I want them to be best friends.
The guy that does the speech, if he died, I'll be like in the middle about. And then everyone else.
He's cool too. His power is cool too. Oh, we also got to remember the other guys coming back too.
Rika?
Yeah, not Rika, but the
the guy.
The one from the movie. The one from the movie.
Akotsu and Rika.
Yeah. He's coming back, so. And he was pretty cool, but even though I felt like he was kind of
he's got OP.
simpy in the movie. He is OP. Simpy, but he's like, but he's related to like remember Gojo was like, yeah, we're related. Your family is super,
like he goes like strong, a long line of
strong sorcerers. So yeah.
Okay. I feel like he's just like too powerful. Like I don't know how they gotta incorporate him. Like we already have Gojo.
I thought he was just super strong because of Rika though. Because but he can make curses. Like that curse he put on her was like the strongest curse. They were saying that was the mother of all curses. So he can create some crazy stuff.
I think he still has Rika.
No, she's gone. Remember at the end of the movie, he released her.
He released her, but I feel like he still has. Like, you think it's gone?
Yeah, she's gone. Remember, Jojo's like, yeah, once you break the curse. Once you like the person who puts the curse on the person can break it, and once they do, that person is free to extend to wherever. And then she was like, meet me on the other side, not too soon or something like that,
Mm.
and then she turned into freaking dust.
You don't think he has that power anymore?
I don't think he has that power. I think he can create curses just as strong as that, but I don't think he has Rika anymore. I think Rika is no longer was exercised.
Okay. Because that was really like he could like copy different
Because
persons. That
Rika,
he
you
just
remember
like
Rika
saw.
Rika was the one creating it. Remember she created the megaphone so he
Yeah,
could
that's what
use
I'm
the
talking
cursed speech.
about.
Yeah, Rika did that.
But you don't think? I feel like he could do that now still.
I don't know.
If he created Rika, I feel like he could do the same thing, couldn't he?
I don't know. I don't know. Because you got to think, normal people create curses,
Yeah.
and they can't do that stuff.
But they don't know how to do that stuff.
Yeah, but like you can create something that's super strong and not be able to do the things that the thing you created can do.
Well, that is the thing I need answered in this show because we're talking with Ghetto. We're talking about like cursed energy and people who don't know how to control it, and people who do know how to control it, and like their cursed energy creating curses.
Curses.
Can you
This
create a
remember I was
curse
saying
on
like
purpose?
yeah, remember I was saying like I think that's what he did. That's what he did. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, but he created a curse. And I
Right.
think he can do that. I think that's his curse technique is he can create curses.
So my question now is like, can he do that because of like his bloodline, or can everyone technically do that?
Or I don't know, that might just be his curse technique cuz you got to think everybody can't do Gojo's curse techniques.
Right.
So I think that's just his curse technique is that he's able to create curses or attach curses to people. But then
So
that
he's
brings me to
like,
the old dude that can like convert your soul into a curse. The evil guy with like the
yeah.
stitches in him. So I don't know. I mean, we'll find out. We'll find
Maybe
out.
he's like Ditto from Pokemon. Like he can just create whatever. Still OP.
Yeah, he is really strong.
He's very powerful. So yeah, I think that's all we got. I'm gonna hop in the shower. Mappa, I hate you. Bye. Peace out.
Peace.